Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. A Topps box battle between me and myself. So I've opened up a box of Gypsy Queen 2021 baseball and a box of Allen and Ginter 2021 Topps baseball, trying to see which one I prefer. They're not, well, first of all, thanks sponsors. Thanks Topps, especially. Emily, thanks for sending a couple boxes. And I enjoyed, I'm always curious when I get these boxes, and I'm not able to just let them sit there. So I open them up and have a good time, and I want to share my experience. I will say this: if you do a lot of, well, I'm probably the oldest reviewer that's reviewing these boxes. I'm not as old as the original Gypsy Queen and Allen and Ginter brands, but I'm old enough to have collected some of those, and these it's fresh to evoke the old memories of the old brands. Actually, I really didn't collect that much before 1933. I mean, the 33 Goudeys and things like that. Other than type cards, I did have type cards of all those, but 33 is the first year when my dad had collected, and that I completed, except for Lajoie, I completed the 33 Goudy set, and so I worked my way up from 33. So the things around the turn of the century, I just got type cards. So still fun to pick up Gypsy Queen and Allen and Ginter, good set. So here's some comments about it. First of all, I think the Allen and Ginter is a more complicated set, just more things going on. As I think is customary with that brand compared to the Gypsy Queen. A lot more listings on ComC for you to shop there, almost twice as many for Allen and Ginter. That doesn't really affect me. As I've said, I'm a low supply, low demand guy. I like cards that are interesting, that are off the beaten track, not seen as often. So base cards, Gypsy Queen. I did like the base cards. Better than 2020. When I got for comparison, I got a 2021 Gypsy Queen box, and then I purchased 2020 Gypsy Queen so I could compare to see what, is that, how have they changed that? They hadn't changed that much, but I did like the 2021 Gypsy Queen a little bit better. But thanks to other sponsors. I have other sponsors besides Topps. So Topps, thanks for sending these boxes. But thank you, Upper Deck. You've sent stuff in the past. Panini as well. Heritage Auctions, Huggins Scott Auctions, Mike Stadium Sports Cards, Burbank Sports Cards, ComC.com, and Beckett Media, Beckett Grading, Beckett Authentication. Probably Heritage Auctions and Huggins Scott Auctions are not as interested in this particular episode, but card companies always want to know what people think of their sets. And Mike and Rob are certainly selling anything and everything in their stores, and all this stuff is available on Beckett Marketplace, being graded by BGS, and certainly for sale on ComC. Let's see. Both of these products at one time were in the 120 to 150 range, so there wasn't a huge difference in Gypsy Queen and Allen and Ginter in the 2021 product. I did notice that there was the Gypsy Queen was a little bit more expensive, and that relationship was similar in 2020. It looked like there was about a 20% premium, and basically the 2020. The year before was about 50% more expensive. Does that mean it's wise to wait and not open? If you don't open your box and leave it sealed and it goes up 50% in a year, I don't have very many investments in my stocks, so I don't have that many stocks, but stocks and bonds don't usually go up 50% in a year. But not necessarily. You don't know. I mean, sometimes things go up, sometimes things go down. But these two products, will they be? The question is, in 2022, will the 2021 products have appreciated in the sealed box? Don't know. Not a sure thing. Both of these products have been out a while, so they're not brand new. So they settle in. I liked the box toppers in the Gypsy Queen, the chrome box toppers. I thought that was, I liked that a lot. I thought that was a way better box topper. Well, I thought that was some box toppers I don't like. That one I did. Don't like smaller card numbers. Neither one of them are huge, but the Gypsy Queen a little bit smaller. Got to squint a little bit. Got to put on reading glasses. However, I did notice that as I was going through the cards, as I'm, from my dollar box experience, I'm trying to be able to recognize pretty quickly when something is a little bit better card, lower supply. Not thinking about demand, but when I see a missing nameplate, I know that's good. It doesn't look right. If you're looking on the front or looking on the back, you want to see something that just looks off. Something's missing, something's extra, different color. So the missing nameplate, I noticed that, set it aside, sleeved it. As you know, I'm kind of a monster box guy, but I'm going to penny sleeve the better cards and protect them a little bit. I didn't get any name autos from the Gypsy Queen, and that doesn't bias my final decision of which one I liked, because sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You can't know what you're going to get. You open up the box, you get a couple autographs, or usually get exactly what they advertise, because that's the way they do it now. So it's very deterministic. They're going to make sure if they say you're going to get 2 autographs, you're going to get 2 autographs. Probably, and definitely not 1, and probably not 3 either. On the Allen and Ginter, I actually did prefer the Allen and Ginter overall. I've noticed that when I look in my dollar boxes, I'll see some minis in there of some of these products. And, the minis they're tougher. They should sell for more, but they don't necessarily, because they're just an awkward size. So I don't always pick them up in the dollar boxes or the quarter boxes. If they're not penny sleeved, they're really hard to get through. I'll flip them over. Sometimes if it's an Allen and Ginter back, I'll set that aside, but probably not at $1 unless it's a really good player. But as I said, I did like the Allen and Ginter base card design. I liked it, period. I wasn't comparing to, I just thought I thought it was a nice, artistically presented card. I obviously like short prints. I especially like high numbers, because that again evokes my childhood. I don't love minis, but I think when you get a mini in a pack, you know that it's more limited than the base cards. When I get these non-sport elements in the set, I actually don't like that. I mean, I think that if you're going to put non-sport stuff in a baseball set, there ought to be a connection. There ought to be a tie-in, which I think there is on some of the animal mascots and things like that, but I'm not a big fan of that. On the other hand, I treat that just like I did gum back when I was a little kid. I do not want to complete those sets. I don't want to have them. And so I'm going to trade them aggressively to somebody or give them to Rich. There's no way I don't have any place in my collection to hold those for somebody to come over and say, do you have any cards of flowers or whales? So I'll just trade them off. I don't worry if I get a bad deal or a good deal. Not important to me. I've got plenty of other cards I do like. I appreciate that the SPs are not SSPs, at least in terms of the high numbers. They seem to be about twice as tough as the regular numbers. And that's pretty reasonable. Again, I am no longer a complete set collector, but in the days when I was, I don't like it when it's impossible or extremely difficult to complete a set. I think the future of our hobby, there needs to be some percentage of the people that are not just hunting the whales, but or the Mike Trout autographs and things like that, but people that are looking for to complete a set. So I would my winner was Allen and Ginter, in spite of the non-sport inclusions. I think I may have chosen Gypsy Queen if Gypsy Queen had minis and a little bit more complexity. I'm going through and I saw an awful lot of same cards. And so, whereas when I went through the Allen and Ginter, I was intrigued. In both of these cases, though, you have to do your homework. You can't just open it up and this looks like a good card, or, you know, you've got to know the players. You've got to be able to recognize if something is a variation. You've got to flip on the back to see the numbers. And I'm not griping about that, because I love the hobby. I love cards, but these are products. Anytime you have a product that has a whole bunch of cards in the pack and is popular priced, I think that means they're intending that to go to people that are not just looking for the huge hits, but are looking for getting a bunch of cards of players they like. And in both these cases, these were creatively done. So Clay and Emily and company at Topps, thanks for the good work and for putting out a couple interesting sets there that have had some legacy over the years, beyond the fact that they were 100-year-old brands. So again, put me down for Allen and Ginter, gold medal and silver medal to Gypsy Queen. And I frankly am looking forward to 2022 and see if not that they're going to take my suggestions or anybody else's, but again, I like it when brands have some continuity and they try to improve each year. So looking forward to that, and I will be back again tomorrow with another episode. So again, thanks everybody, and enjoy collecting.
The man in the house of cards. The man in the house of cards. The man in the house of cards is doing color.